shit out of your neighbor to get it, because it's only $1.99 for a limited time only from the opening to closing, and whatever we have is all we got. So if you miss out, you're fucked, so you better get in line the day before right now. Fuck your family, wait, and get all of our shit. We got toys, we got books, we got televisions, we even got old eggnog with your name on it. God damn it, happy holidays and Merry Christmas, you son of a bitch! So, happy holidays, everybody, from Coffee and Catastrophe. And today is Black Friday, so season's beatings!
Woo!
Yeah!
As somebody who has worked multiple Black Fridays, I fucking hate Black Friday. It's just, and I hate it also, like, as not just an employee, but the fucking mass consumerist bullshit of it all. I fucking hate it.
But a $2 toaster is a $2 toaster.
You're damn right it is.
Yeah, man, I only worked Black Friday one time in my whole life in retail, and that was the first and the last time I did that. I worked for a retail shop. They put me on 2 shifts that day. So I worked 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., and then they put me on from 6:30 p.m. the same day to 11:30. So I went home, I crashed, went to sleep, got back up, went to work.
Damn. I didn't have that. So when I was working at the mom and pop shop that I worked at, we would get scheduled for Black Friday, but we never had like the mad rush that like big department stores have. That being said, like I remember getting scheduled like on Thanksgiving and that being like really fucking sucky. And then like Black Friday, just the mall, the parking lot being so overrun that I had to like park in like another lot to get to my store. Like, and again, like just the mass consumerism of it just, it fucking blows my mind. That being said, when I was dating somebody and I would have to buy a present for like presents for like all of his family members, I loved Black Friday from home so I could like buy shit on the cheap because I was expected to buy them gifts.
It's not really consumerism if they are only doing this 2 months out of the year. So like,
but like the idea, like, sure, we only do it 2 months out of the year, but like most people like look forward to this time of year and the gift giving and the gift sharing and the buying big fucking deals, blah, 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 blah.
But think of it this way, dude. It's so cheap.
It is so cheap, but like, okay, I'm just a person that doesn't need a lot of materialistic things. Like I like having few items that are high quality, that I like really love, but like beyond that, like I don't need a bunch of stuff.
But imagine if you can get a car for $7.
Oh, I would, no, it's probably a piece of crap.
$7 car.
$7 car.
50-cent waffle iron. You could have waffles for whatever you want for 50 cents.
What I really don't like is when people like you said, season's beatings, like when it literally comes to blows over an item. Like now what they do is they will like only allow like a certain number of people in at a time. Or if you're in, you know, if you're online for a specific item, they give you a ticket and to come back with the ticket so you can get it. So it's not a mad rush because there has been so many people, you know, putting each other in harm's way for a fucking TV or an Xbox or whatever. I will say, though, that the mall nearest you and I, Gurney Mills, when I was in high school, the rumor was our senior year that there was like literally like a fight broke out in the middle of the mall and like garbage cans were thrown and like shouting occurred. If I'm remembering correctly, they thought it was like gang violence, like on Black Friday. And it's like, what the fuck?
Pinches gangueros, man. They are always like causing problems, man. Okay, here's the thing. Only gang members buy shit on Black Friday, right?
No, dude, like totally, like in a bunch of white high schoolers' minds, they're thinking that like, oh, the people that were fighting must have been in a gang, blah, blah, blah.
That's how good Call of Duty is, man. Even gang members will stop their shit to pick it up for $37.
Wait. Is the sale price really $37 for a video game?
Mm-hmm. But it's brand new. Like this game just came out like a second ago.
That's true. Well, truth be told, my brother's asking for Christmas a Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh.
Have you played it?
Dude, okay, like you're pretty much, it's the West, dude. Like this world, you go there, you play a guy named Arthur, and he kind of talks like this, and he's galloping on the horse, like, and then he goes to the next town, and you can like choose to rob the shit out of everybody, so long as you got your little face mask on, and you can just shoot, and you're a cowboy, and you can get to bar fights, and you could just, escort maidens across the town, and
escort them?
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. My horse he broke his leg. I need to ride back to Abernathy or wherever the fuck it is. And then you're just like, and she's like telling you about her life on the horse, and you drop her off, and she gives you like a silver ring that you can use to sell and give to your camp. And there's all kinds of really cool shit. And you could like, okay, like there's this one house I went to, right? And like there was like this like really big oafish like fucking slob guy there with overalls on, and he was like, really fat and sweaty. He's like, oh, howdy there, neighbor, why don't you come on inside? We'll make yourself some dinner. And then like his wife comes out, and she's like, really, like, she's got her boobs all pressed up. And she's like, yeah, why don't you come inside? Hey, hey, hey. And then you sit down, and then, she goes upstairs to change. And then she's like, why don't you go check on my wife and see what she's really doing up there? So, like, you go up to the room, and you see that she's, like, getting dressed. And she's like, oh, well, I'll be down there in a little bit there, you big stud. And then, like, when you're walking out of the room, you notice that there's, like, a little picture on the side of their, like, bed, like, on the mantle. And it's a family photo, but there's X's across their mom and dad's heads. So then you have a few drinks with them, and then it turns out that they poison you, and then they loot you. So then what you do is your character wakes up thinking, like, assumed dead, like, across, like, the way there. And you're, like, with other dead bodies. People take people in. And the thing is, they're brother and sister. And they're fucking each other. So you go back into the house. So I went back into the house. And then, like, I went through the door. And then the woman was like, oh, my God, I thought you were dead. And she came at me with a knife. So I just shot her, like, right in the neck. And then, like, the guy came up behind me. And then, like, he was, like, I was tussling with him. And you have to hit circle a bunch of times to get him off of you. And then, like, I punched him in the face and went back. And then, like, I just shot him in the head. And then I got all my shit back. You gotta get in that fucking game, dude.
So, dude, I know Red Dead Redemption is, like, fucking amazing. And, like, so he's, like, asking for two things. He's asking for that and, like, one other thing. I forgot what it was. I think it might be for his, like, coding program or something like that for, like, college. But I was, like, thinking, like, maybe Black Friday would be good for... Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Because we're recording this late the day before Thanksgiving. Did we just break the fourth wall? Should we not have said that?
Fuck them.
Fuck them. All right, fuck them. But yeah, no. So like, I was thinking like, oh, maybe like the $37 for a video game is great because they're normally like $60 a pop. So yeah, and I think they have it on PS4, right?
Yeah, if you get it for PS4 Pro, like you can see the snow and the sunshine, and you can see the pot marks.
I don't know what PS4 Pro is. What is that? Is it just higher graphic, higher resolution?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I think. Yeah. Do you remember the days when games would not be on PS4 and Xbox? And now Nintendo is just like a family thing. But like, if you're an actual gamer, you have like a PS4. Like, no one. I don't even think Xbox is a thing anymore.
Dude, the shit is so it's crazy how real it is. Like just playing through Red Dead, like you get to customize like how you want your character to shave his face, and like you see every single wisp of hair on his mustache, and like you see the pot marks in his face, and like the old scars, and like sometimes sunburn, and like you gain weight and lose weight in the game. And I remember when I was a kid, this is about 2000. My dad and I didn't want to get a wrestling pay-per-view for 1 month. So what I did was in the video game. In WWF No Mercy, I created the match lineup and I had the computers fight. So, and I was like watching it and like at that time, I'm like, this is the most realistic shit I've ever seen. You look at it now, they're just like boxes like fighting each other. But like where video games have come has just been so amazing. And the fact that they're discounted at such a low price on Friday with your name on it. So what if you have to fight a little bit to get it? It's totally worth it.
I'm not a fan of fighting. Yeah, not a fan. But that being said, I know. It's so surprising. I love being in a good mosh pit now and again, but not when I'm fighting over some consumerist bullshit. But I do like Cyber Monday and like electronically buying stuff online because that way you don't get hit in the face, but you can still get some deals. Like when Cody and I were dating, he really likes H&M. And so I'd buy like really nice cable knit sweaters for him or like a cardigan, like nice fucking clothes clothes on the cheap, on like Black Friday, on like online for Black Friday and stuff. So I do like that. But, you know, Black Friday really isn't like an official holiday. It's more just like, you know, again, a manifestation of America's consumerism and need to buy things for each other. What is your favorite holiday?
Favorite holidays? 4th of July.
Why?
I like fireworks.
Purely fireworks?
I like the fireworks, and I like the time of the year. I like the summertime, and I like the cookouts, and I like the, you know, like the hot dogs. And every single year, I watch the hot dog eating contest with my dad. The Nathan's hot dog eating. It's been an unofficial thing that we've been doing for the past maybe 13, 14 years, and we follow it every year. So I like the 4th of July. I mean, there's no symbolic holiday that I like, but 4th of July, if I had to pick one, that would be it.
I think my favorite is Halloween. Just because, like, I love, like, getting, like, I like funny, witty costumes and getting to see people. And oftentimes, like, multiple Halloween parties are fun where you get to go out and hang out with people you love and, like, eat food, drink alcohol. My really good friends, Keely and Ariel, always throw, like, a Halloween party. And they do this massive, what's it called? A massive scavenger hunt. This year's theme was video games. So you get broke up into teams, and then they had clues. So like, and they were all video game related. So like, there was one about like, I eat butterflies to gain energy or something like that. And it was Spyro from like the video game. So then we had to go downstairs and find like Ariel's like Spyro, and then there was another thing linked to him. So the video games they used were like Crash Bandicoot, GoldenEye, The Witcher, which they're huge fans of. What's the one? BioShock. Portal. Half-Life. Like, what's the one that's the cake is a lie? Portal. Yeah. So literally they baked a fucking cake that looked like the Portal cake, and they had shit hidden in it, and you had to cut open, like dive into the cake. And my team won in part because we were like amazing at scavenger hunts. Although I know nothing about video games, although I helped them with Sonic. I helped them with Crash Bandicoot. I helped them with Legend of Zelda, I think all the rest of them they had to do or like help me out with, but literally the cake was a lie. Like the cake was sitting there on the table, and I just like grabbed like a plastic like knife, and I looked at Keelan and Ariel. I was like, "Can I do this?" And they were like, "I don't know, can you?" And I literally like carved, like I massacred this fucking cake to get like, and inside there was like a little plastic baggie with the clue. Yeah. It was awesome, and we won. It was fantastic.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So I used to go out on Black Friday, and I used to be like against it, and I would say the exact same things, you know, like the consumerist, but I couldn't turn down a good deal. So I remember one year. Yeah,
I understand like the allure of a good deal.
I would go out with my friend every Friday, like after Thanksgiving, or like the Friday, like sometimes I remember one time I went overnight, and then the other times we went kind of during the afternoon, sometimes even on Thanksgiving, like 7 or 9 o'clock. And I was at Walmart, and there was this woman buying Assassin's Creed, which was a video game on sale at the time. And then this guy, fucking Donkey Kong, punched her in the face and grabbed it out of her hand.
No.
And she was crying.
Obviously.
And nobody did shit.
Oh my God, that's fucking horrible.
She was just like grabbing her swollen, like puffy eye, and she's like, "He hit me," and it was just kind of walking in place and weeping like a child, and nobody paid any attention. And there's a guy like right next to her. He had on like his arm in like a cradle, and he was just shoveling video games like in his arm, and he was just like running to the register.
Oh my God. Like, it's like anarchy. It's like, it's so disgusting. I understand liking a good deal, but like seeing that part of humanity, I do not enjoy. It's why I don't like the book Lord of the Flies. It's just like the worst, darkest parts of humanity come out on Black Friday. And then the poor people who are like working. Well, I mean, some people like don't care, and they don't like have family and like whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of, I like saving money. I certainly do. I like a good deal, but.
And that's what they play on. They really play on a lot of the middle America, like kind of the workforce. So the people who work the 9 to 5, they probably haven't had time to just save anything, and they have a little bit of time off, and then they have the opportunity to buy a lot of cool shit for dirt cheap. But we rationalize it in our heads to where we're like, you know something? I was just going to sit around anyway. I'll only be out there for like, 30, 45 minutes. I'll be home with my thing. No way. So you go there looking for the thing that you wanted. And then you see all this other cool shit. And you're like, wait a minute. I really want those ice cube trays for $1. So you get those and then you get your onesie jammies and you get all kinds of good shit. So people don't want stuff. They want deals. And that's kind of more addicting than the things sometimes.
You're right, because it's rare. I mean, people do go out and they're like, okay, I know that, there's this TV that I want, or I know that there's this Tickle Me Elmo, which that was like the first instance of people like killing moms and dads, killing themselves to get this fucking toy. So I know that exists, but I can't do it. But you're right though. It is totally the thrill of the deal. It is not the item itself. Certainly, like when I worked at Hot Topic, like people would like the allure of it's buy one, get one half off. That was like what, mix and match. That was really alluring. It didn't matter that you didn't want anything else. You were going to most likely buy something else because you got the next thing for half off.
That's the thing about it, because once that day is done, like once that week is over, even past Cyber Monday, you just kind of go back to normal.
Yeah.
And the deals keep getting better and better, and some places keep getting better and better. In my experience, I don't care if I'm using actual names, but I would say every time I have gone out on Black Friday, the absolute worst place to shop at was Walmart. There was absolutely no control. There was no organization. One year they had, like, what they did is with the video games and the movies, they had them wrapped up in, like, the cellophane and, like, these cardboard kiosks in the middle of the grocery aisles. So they had one poor schmuck standing there guarding it until it had to be ripped open at 7 o'clock. So I remember one time this guy was talking to the poor schmuck, and then somebody behind him brought a knife.
Like, to distract him?
Yeah, they were just talking with him, and then somebody brought their knife, and then they cut open themselves, and once the cellophane opened, everyone went like, rah, 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 and like just ran to the middle and completely destroyed this cardboard kiosk, and we're just because Walmart doesn't, at the time, it didn't limit your purchase of so like you can buy several of a copy of a game. So like let's just say Assassin's Creed that year. It's a $60 game. You buy it for $30, you could sell it on eBay for $40.
Yeah.
And you could still make so a lot of people make money. So you just have get off my phone, bitch. Boom. And then you just punch people in the face just to get this.
No, that's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. One thing I love about Thanksgiving and kind of like with Christmas too is like the day after Thanksgiving or Christmas, there's still like residual like fuzzy warm feelings and eating leftovers and hanging out with your family for a day and like, that kind of good stuff. So I think like that's what like my ideal after Thanksgiving is. I just like want to chill. And this year actually Keely and Ariel, Keely and her husband, and Ariel, who's her sister who lives with her, but they're hosting a Friendsgiving for the first time, and I'm super excited for that, and that's gonna be the day after Thanksgiving.
Hell yeah, dude,
because I really so I'm in the process of like, I don't think the people on our podcast know, but I'm in the process of like buying a place to live, and I like really am looking forward to the prospect of like next year like doing a Friendsgiving, because like I love my family and I like spending time with them, but at the same time like the allure of having like a Friendsgiving with like my chosen family, like I really like that idea. I just really like it. And then I could make an all vegan Thanksgiving.
Dude, that'd be pretty badass. I've never been to a Friendsgiving because a lot of my friends I really have a few friends that have mutual friends with my other friends. Mm-hmm. Everyone, like, I go to so many circles. It's weird.
That's true.
Like, I just kind of
You attract so many people.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, you can be anybody's best friend.
Yeah. So it's hard to bring all those friends together because they're all, like, they don't know each other. I would love to host it one year and, like, cook for them, make my little Big Mama deviled eggs.
Yeah, because Brent is an awesome cook. He's an amazing cook. Those broccoli guac pitas. Oh, I dream about them.
Yeah, the brock and guac connection.
Yeah,
dude, I'll bring it over next time, man. Let's eat some of that shit.
Dude, fuck yeah, I would love that. Seriously.
Like, we'll cook it together like we did that one time.
Oh, I'd really like that. Awesome. Let's do
this.
Fuck
yeah, dude. And now that I'm talking, like, I kind of take back my favorite holiday is New Year's. because
New Year's. Okay.
I know that sounds cheesy, and I know a lot of people are like, it's just another day, but I actually feel the emotion of the day, and I take like that mental inventory of like how the year was and how it was affected with me, and I always try to spend it with people that matter to me in my life. So it's something that I really look forward to every single year, and that's something I don't want to show any more signs of slowing down. I think I can't remember the last time I like just completely stayed home and didn't do anything for New Year's, like without the reason me being sick.
Wow.
So it's just really cool, and the holidays kind of give us like this big, like it's a build up to a mini vacation from our usual routines. I
agree. And honestly, like I'm not a Christian. I'm pretty agnostic. Like, but I really do like the idea of like this like time of renewal and cherishing those around you and giving and like seeing old friends and family and just like that like sense of like warmth and community and like happiness you get from like hanging out with each other and like having time together. Like I really love it. And I also love New Year's because like I don't know about you, but like I do feel that sense of change, and I also am just like it really is that symbolic representation of like what this year is supposed to bring. And so I think I told you about how like my first day of this year I like did things that I wanted like to come forward like in the new year. So I like cooked really good vegan food. I worked out. I did yoga, took care of me. And I hope to do that again on July 1st of 2019. But yeah, I totally believe in it as like this like new turning of the page. And shout out to my friend Shannon, who her favorite holiday is New Year's Eve. And she actually wants to get married on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
Holy shit.
And I was like, that'd be so cool.
That's like
have like a New Year's Eve party / wedding. That would be so dope.
Like get married like at like the debatable second of the ball dropping. So like your certificate will either say 2018, 2019. Like it's gonna be very ambiguous.
That would be so funny,
dude. You know, and then I also it's not a holiday at all, but I actually like January 2nd.
Why?
Because it means all this shit's over. And it's time to like everyone's like, okay, let's get back to our shit.
Oh, see, I don't really like that. And I also don't like the fact that like then after January 2nd, the next holiday is Valentine's Day, which like Valentine's Day.
I've only celebrated it one time with somebody.
Well, so this year I celebrated with someone who I'm not dating anymore, and it was fine, but like, well, I guess I could start dating somebody by Valentine's Day. It's so awkward though. Like, I feel like Valentine's Day is awkward. I much prefer like, have you ever watched the show Parks and Rec?
No.
So the day before Valentine's Day, they call Galentine's Day, and you're supposed to hang out with your girlfriends. And I was like, I prefer that a lot more. And like, it used to be like a sore subject or a subject of sadness. So I don't like January. And also too, then we have to come back for like the spring semester, and like the spring semester is always way longer than the fall semester. And like no one wants to be there. The kids are miserable. I'm miserable. It's bad.
So, yeah. Oh God, I forgot about that school. Cause like with me working at the college, we don't start back the semester until like January 20th.
We have 2 weeks off. That's it.
Fuck.
2 weeks. It's not enough. I mean, I think it'll be better this year because I'm not a first year teacher. Last year, I felt like I couldn't even catch my breath. Like afterwards. I think what I am going to do though to make my winter break a little more like holiday like, I have to like do some planning, and then my friend Shannon and I actually got commissioned to write a couple book chapters in our teaching careers and about the inquiry style we use. So we've got to work on that. But my brother lives in the city in Chicago. And so I think I'm going to go and spend some time at his condo, just hanging out with him, because he won't have school until, actually he has school. He starts like January 2nd, but I think it would just be cool, like chill in the city and like with him. And like, he was like, oh yeah, I'll let you sleep in my bed and I'll take the couch, blah, blah, blah. So I think that would just be cool and like explore the city. Like maybe go to the music box, see a movie, maybe go to the art institute, just like go to the Chicago diner, just like a really good, like hanging out in the city type of day.
Do it.
Yeah, dude, I'm going to totally do it.
Fucking do it. I mean, this is like in recorded history now.
Yeah, it has. Okay, now I have to. It has been spoken.
So, like, Gabby's brother, I've only met you twice, man, but like, hey, if this doesn't work out, man, give me a call, man. Let's bro it up in the city and become best friends and high five and talk about chicks and shit, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. Also, my brother, I think I've said this, my brother refuses to listen to the podcast because he's like, no, it's too weird. And I don't actually, none of my family listen to the podcast. Like, my mom's like, oh, I need to catch up. My dad has made no effort. My brother refuses to, which I kind of prefer because our next episode is about family and I'm going to talk so much shit about them.
So wait, really? They don't listen?
Yeah, no, they don't listen.
Well, fuck them, man.
Well, you know, I mean, I think they also don't know, like, how to listen. Like, I've explained it to them, but they, like, don't get it.
So, I have a feeling, like, my brother listens. I have a feeling my dad's secretly listening. My mom has not listened to an episode. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hello, family. Hello, Brent's family.
Yeah.
Hello, brother.
Hey.
Hello, father. Hey, mom, you should listen.
Yeah. Instead of watching your fucking black and white movies all the time.
Do they really watch black and white movies?
My mom's obsessed with them. She watches like all the oldest, not even like the classics, but like the C movies, like the C level. Like if there was like a $5 movie bin like they have at Walmart now,
Yeah.
but for old movies, she would watch this shit. Like where the description of the movie is a guy is looking for treasure. And like that's the whole movie. He's just looking, and she likes these big musicals where they're just like the dialogue is just and then like fucking Fred Astaire just dances on the ceiling and like just completely like stomps out a fire and does all these spins and claps and shit and
That's so funny.
big productions. Like it's crazy shit. But yeah, dude. So today was my well, it's an official holiday for me every
But
year.
it's unofficial for everyone else.
Yes. So I call it, so the day before Thanksgiving every year, I call Death Day. And I've been doing it with my friend for the past 4 years. And it just became this routine, and we just kind of decided to go along with it. So it starts off, we go to White Castle and eat as much as we can. So even as we speak, if you guys are hearing like these kind of like pseudo fart noises over the microphone, that's my digestive system. I ate 15 sliders this morning for breakfast.
But without the Dusseldorf mustard, which is the biggest mistake ever.
I mean, maybe, because who knows? Maybe I would have been destroying your bathroom right now, like mustard style. And
Ew.
my burps, like I'm like kind of like burping, like every now and then. It smells worse than any fart I've ever launched. Like it's like seriously, it's like I regret it so much. But after that, we just spend money on stupid shit and hang out the whole day. So that's Death Day.
That's, well, and it's funny too, because before we started recording, I had my tarot card deck out and you pulled out the death card. Mm-hmm. I didn't make that connection until after you said Death Day.
Oh, me either. Holy shit.
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy? But yeah, so, and the Death Day symbolizes, this, giving up that which doesn't serve you, and a new phase and transforming and all that good stuff. So Death Day is a good thing. I don't really have any, I think, unofficial holidays. Probably the most unofficial one is Sweetest Day. My mom and dad usually give us cards on Sweetest Day because it's funny, they met, or they started dating on Sweetest Day, or like, not even dating. Okay, so basically the story goes that both my parents are born in September, and they worked two weeks apart to the day and 2 years. And they worked at McDonald's together. And back then, when you worked at McDonald's, you got a birthday cake, like from McDonald's, on your birthday, and like he got one and she didn't, and she like complained, and then so they were like closing together, so they like went to his car to eat the cake after work, and then they ended up making out. And then that weekend they both left Sweetest Day presents at each other's houses without each other knowing. So like when my mom got there, he wasn't there, so she left it on his bed, and by the time she got home, there was a gift for her on her bed.
Dude, that's like movie shit, dude.
I know, it's really sweet. Too bad they got divorced. Anyway.
Well, they don't listen.
This is gonna be like the one episode they listen to, and then it's gonna be like, Gabrielle Christine, we are so disappointed in you. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have any unofficial holidays. I do Thanksgiving. since I gave up meat about 8 years ago has been a little different because, it's primarily the sides. For the first time ever, though, I am having a fake turkey thing. My mom got me this like fake turkey stuffed loaf thing from Trader Joe's that's supposed to be delicious. So I'm excited to have that. What's your favorite food to eat on Thanksgiving?
Stuffing, dude.
I hate stuffing.
See, my dad makes it stovetop style. They say you're not supposed to put that shit in the turkey, but and then he puts it like with like sliced apples sometimes and like, Italian sausage. It's the shit, dude. And I make homemade deviled eggs myself. I make homemade pumpkin pie. Mm-hmm. All kinds of good shit. And there's really nothing I don't like, but the stuffing has got to be like a number one favorite of mine. The turkey too. I just like the turkey breast and
Is it dry though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I like that though. I'm weird.
Interesting. Yeah, you're weird. Do you put gravy on it?
A little bit. Yeah, I like dry salads. I don't like dressing on salads. I'll just have the shit dry and everyone looks at. Yeah. Everyone looks at like people look at Bill Cosby like a lot. Easier than they look at me when I say that I don't like dry shit on my salad. Like they say, like, "Oh, Bill Cosby, that's fucked up." I like dry salads. Ooh.
Do you eat your Do you eat your cereal dry? The only cereal I will have with milk is Cheerios.
I used to, not anymore. Like if it has chocolate in there, I totally like the chocolate milk. So.
Oh, okay. So like one of the things we used to do in college was I would buy Cheerios and then put mini dark chocolate chips and then cold almond milk and eat that for breakfast. Oh my god, it's fucking delicious. It's really bad for you, obviously. But yeah, when I was ever stressing out, I would eat that. I think my favorite, I love mashed potatoes. I like green bean casserole a lot. My family has a tradition that actually I'm not late to, but tonight we are cranking cranberries, where every year we have this meat grinder that we only use one time a year to crank cranberries. And we literally put cranberries and orange segments and orange rind through a meat grinder, and it makes like this cranberry relish, and then we sweeten it with sugar. It is so fucking good. It's like I still like the jelly cranberry sauce though too. Although I don't think it's vegan technically, so I don't think I can have any tomorrow. But maybe I'll indulge because it's a fucking holiday. Now the vegan police are gonna come after me for saying that. In terms of like dessert, I do like pumpkin pie, but I really, really like pecan pie, and I really, really, really like apple pie. So, and like, I don't know about you, but like my family doesn't just do like the dinner. They do like fucking appetizers at like noon. So you're just eating all day.
Yeah.
So, and like my mom has like classic things she puts out for appetizers. There's always, not shitting you, a bowl of M&Ms, chips and salsa or chips and guac, cheese and crackers, and oh my god, what's the last one she always puts out? Oh, I'm such a bad daughter. I can't remember.
You fucked up, dude.
I fucked up so bad, dude. Pretzels? Probably pretzels. And now it's like hummus and like pita. But she has like these classic appetizers. She like, mixed nuts too. Mixed nuts, M&Ms, chips and salsa, pretzels, pita and hummus, sometimes cheese and crackers. And if it's really fancy, sometimes she makes brie en croûte, which is like baked brie that with like crackers. That's pretty delicious.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. And then, so for this year, my mom usually hosts Thanksgiving. So we are spending the first part of the day with my dad, and then we are going back to my mom's to have like the main course and stuff. And it's a very small Thanksgiving this year. Probably the smallest that I've ever experienced, because normally our Thanksgivings are like at least 6 or 7 people. So it's going to be a lot chiller, which I'm looking forward to. Who do you invite for your Thanksgiving?
It's just my immediate family. It's just me, my mom, my dad, my brother. Like, that's it.
And it's always been that way?
It's always been that way. Like, one year we tried to have like aunts and uncles over and shit, but we kind of stopped that because 10 years ago my aunt came over, and, we like my aunt, but she brought like 10 containers and like Ziploc sandwich baggies, and she literally took all of our leftovers. We had 0 leftovers for ourselves. So we had like a 25-pound turkey.
That's fucking rude.
Took everything.
That's fucking rude.
And we just said, fuck this. Like, never again.
Yeah, dude. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. I would be so mad.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple years ago, I got really mad because my mom's boyfriend, at the time, they decided they were going to deep fry their turkey, and so they had problems with the deep fryer, and then like something else happened. So normally we eat Thanksgiving around like 4 o'clock, I would say 3 or 4, and they didn't get done with the bird until like 8 o'clock, and I was fucking livid because I was like, I don't even eat this fucking shit. I refuse to wait. Although I did because I'm a good person. Ooh, another thing that I really love, the Pillsbury crescent rolls.
Fuck, dude.
So good.
We've kind of gotten a little lazy over the years because I usually get a dozen biscuits from either KFC or Popeyes. Like in my car right now, I have a dozen biscuits from Popeyes. Just chilling, waiting for
tomorrow.
For tomorrow.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I've honestly never had a Popeyes biscuit. In truth, I don't like KFC's biscuits, but I do, when I lived in the city, Ann Sather's. Have you been to Ann Sather's?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a Swedish breakfast place. They do like a lot of like eggs, Swedish pancakes. They have the biggest fucking cinnamon rolls. They're so delicious. They also make homemade biscuits. And like I used to, again in college, like I would get like an egg scramble and then you get 2 sides. So I would sometimes get like fruit and tomatoes, or if I was feeling like, like mega indulgent, I would get the biscuits with like some fruit. And then like there's 2 massive biscuits. And you dip them in like butter and honey. Oh, they were delicious.
Dude, every year I try to like eat new shit and try new things and maybe even do something a little bit different. But I'm very like traditional with the stuff. You know, if I find like something that works, I like stick with it the rest of my life. Same with like the things that I enjoy. So
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Yeah, the one thing I do miss, like, for Christmas, like, food, is that we would generally make, like, a ham, and, like, there's nothing like the combination of ham and mustard. Like, it's the salty, smoky, and then the sharpness of the mustard is, like, something you can't replicate in, like, vegan food. I mean, I'm sure you can get really close, but it's hard to do. In terms of, what do you like better, Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving, and here's the reason why.
Okay.
Because December is my family's curse month. There's a fucking tragic thing that happens every single December, every year, without fail, in my family. Like
last year, you were the tragedy.
Yeah, I was the one that ruined Christmas last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did. I mean, I was in the hospital. I had to have my appendix out, and then I couldn't even wear tight-fitting shirts. So, like, during Christmas dinner, I was wearing, like, the hospital gown that I came home with in the hospital.
Oh my God, that's so horrible.
Yeah, it's either like, you know, cancer or calling 911 or something really fucked up every single year without fail. So Thanksgiving, like I'm going to enjoy it so much tomorrow, and I'm just going to be like, oh, this is so great. In 7 more days, something fucked up's going to happen.
Well, one thing that we're celebrating, you and I, our little mini unofficial holiday, December 1st is the 1-year anniversary of us recording the podcast.
Fuck yeah. So if you guys like or comment the page on that day, we'll really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll really appreciate it. We could do a giveaway of something, but we need to find something to give away. We could just give it to our number 1 fan, Joe. Yeah,
Joe's our biggest fan. So if you're listening out there, Joe, hey, thanks for helping me pick up some extra hours, bro. In any case, yeah, Joe's a really good guy.
Yeah, you told me Joe's a good guy.
Yeah. So
see, I had a really good eating day. I've been on a tofu scramble kick, but you think that sounds gross, but you are tofu, so you think it's probably fine. But I make this like Southwest tofu scramble. The recipe's from Minimalist Baker online, and it's like tofu that you obviously crumble, but you saute up like red onion, red bell pepper, then you throw in some kale, then you throw in the tofu, and then there's like this spice mixture that you combine with water, so it makes like a sauce, and it's like cumin and chili powder and garlic powder and a little bit of turmeric to give it color, and salt, and oh my God, it is the most delicious breakfast ever. I've been putting avocado on it in the morning. It's so fucking good. And I made chili, which I fucking love chili. It's just like fall, yummy, protein goodness. I love it. And my dinner lately has been this like, they have these apple sage sausages by Field Roast that are like the fucking best. And they're like 200 calories a link with like 25 grams of protein, which is like awesome for your vegan babe over here. And like, they're so fucking delicious. So I made this like kale pasta, garlic and onion nooch, which is nutritional yeast, thing. And it's been delicious.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and I've been eating almond butter, like those singles, like Justin's almond butter packs with like apple. Oh, I make a cinnamon almond butter, a maple almond butter, and that's just fall right there.
Yes.
That's so good. Yeah. So what do you do on Christmas? What does your family do?
Call 911.
Well, after you call 911, is it really true that like every year, like I know last year like, you had your appendicitis, and so like you like couldn't really enjoy yourself, but like seriously, like Christmas is always interrupted?
Yeah.
Your life's shit.
Like I celebrate the holidays with the fucking dispatchers. So, yeah, I mean, on a good day, it's like everything's fine. Like, you know, there's no snow and there's safe travel and there's food. And a few years ago, I spent Christmas Eve with my friend's family. And then 2 years ago, I spent Christmas Eve, like the night of Christmas Eve with one of my best friends. And, you know, I just went over to her place and it was really like just a nice time. We watched some movies. I like to just chill the fuck out on those days.
We normally spend it with family, like maybe one person will come into town, but it's pretty much just like open. Well, when I was like a kid, it would be like you open presents like really early and just spend the day like hanging out and doing that. One tradition we always did have though growing up was we would spend Christmas Eve at my dad's family's house, because my dad's family, we didn't hang out with them any other day of the year because there were a lot of, how do I say this? Well, nobody knows my last name, so I suppose it's fine. But my dad's family has a lot of substance abuse problems. And when I was growing up, there was lots of drugs in the house. And just kind of like gross people that you don't want your children hanging around. So we would only see them on Christmas Eve when we would play White Elephant, where our family plays it, where we all bring in like wrapped presents, put them in the center. Then you pass around like like a game box with like a pair of dice that you roll. And if you get a 7 or 11, you get to pick a gift. And the first round's like 15 minutes and everyone picks a wrapped gift. And then if you get doubles, you get to roll again. And then after that, 15, 20 minutes is over, you get to open the presents, show them to everybody. And then you get to steal. Now, my dad's mom always puts in envelopes, and you don't know what's in the envelope. And then she oftentimes will offer you a trade. Like, I'll give you $20 or you can keep the envelope. And sometimes there's more money in the envelope. Sometimes there's Bears tickets, just stuff. And it gets real competitive and real, it never has come to blows, although I'm sure like maybe they wish it had. But like also growing up, like my grandmother like would just smoke cigarettes. And so like we would go and I would just be like, it would just, the whole place reeked of cigarettes. And I knew that like that a lot of people in the family were like on drugs or making bad decisions. So I was really kind of anxious to go. And it was like, I like my family, but I was like, oh my God, like this is so weird. And then one year the drugs were so bad in the house that we didn't go. And then we were like shunned for a year and like it was really bad. And yeah, so like that was our like tradition, but and so now even this year, like the tradition has changed in the sense of like now it's held at like my aunt's lake house and like there isn't the drug abuse anymore that like we actively see at least. But and a lot, I don't want to say a lot, but family members have died off that had substance abuse problems or like weren't good people. So like, or like the bad people, I should say. My my family's like good people. They just had addiction problems, most of them, or they're manipulative. But like then there's like weird like family friends that would be invited who were like weird people, and then they stopped showing up. And so it's still like the tradition of White Elephant and hanging out on Christmas Eve, but not the drama of kind of like what it used to be. So that's my little like tradition of our family, was like being like 7-year-old Gabby, like in her cute little Christmas dress, like reeking of cigarettes, and like seeing her family and being really uncomfortable because she like didn't like them. Except for her aunts and uncles. I love my aunts and uncles. And my cousin.
I played White Elephant once. Yeah, that's
it's a really weird dynamic. Actually, and one time my mom has this story that, so like, again, I never saw like my grandparents, my dad's like mom and his stepdad and my aunts or uncles, unless it was Christmas Eve. So, and they live 20 minutes south of us. Like, they don't live somewhere far off. But I was like, I think 3 or 4. And the story goes, or maybe I was younger, maybe 2 or 3. I must have been 3. I was talking, and they opened up the door, and the way their house was set up is once you open the front door, there's a hall. There's like immediately there was like a staircase to your right and a bedroom, living room, den thing with doors to your left. And then there's this little hallway with a powder room, and then it leads straight into the kitchen. And the kitchen table was arranged such that you could see the person sitting at the end of it as soon as you opened the front door. And so they bring us in, and of course, like the Christmas Eve is like packed, and people are like, everyone is smoking cigarettes. And my grandmother is sitting at the end of the table smoking a cigarette. And like, of course, the smoke is pooling around. And I looked to my mother and I said, "Who is the dragon at the end of the table?" About my grandmother. And my mom like had to like shut me up so that I like wouldn't offend her.
Damn, you were a fucking rebel. I think that in my little brain I thought I was being funny. But yeah, so Christmas Eve was always weird. But then we'd go home very late, and we'd have all our presents from our aunts and uncles and my grandparents, and then we'd go to bed and lay out cookies for Santa and pretty much have like a peaceful morning where we just hung out and made food and enjoyed our presents and our time with each other, and that was it. One thing we do as a family, though, we often go to the Christkindl market down in downtown Chicago, which I do love. Love that fucking place.
Dude, potato pancakes and applesauce for life.
Man, when I was a kid, my dad used to actually dress up as Santa, and they bought this very elaborate and expensive like velvet Santa suit.
Really?
That was like tailor fit to my dad, and it came with like spirit gum for the beard and like all this shit. Like he actually looked like Santa. Like
wow.
It didn't look like a Santa costume. It actually was like the boots, everything was just like real and authentic. And then he would come down, and he would scream. He go, "Wah! Ha ha!" Like he would actually do it like that, and I was really afraid of him when I was like 3 years old. Like,
isn't everyone afraid of like fake Santas?
Yeah, but like he's coming out. They're like, "Brent, don't ever talk to strangers. Like they might try to hurt you." And here comes the wow, and there's like videotape of me actually screaming my ass off, like, and my brother like pulling my feet, like because I was clinging to the ottoman and I couldn't go in the dining room to like open the presents. And,
oh my god!
We always celebrated Christmas on the 24th. We never opened up presents on the 25th.
Really?
Yeah, so it's always on the 24th we open up presents. Apparently, that's how they do it in Poland or some shit. I don't know if that's true.
In Mexico, they wait till midnight and then they open the presents.
No, we just do it like after we eat dinner. We're like, okay, let's get this shit over with. And then it's like 3 o'clock Christmas Eve.
So now that my parents are divorced, like what started was, since we were always like kind of at my dad's for his family, we now open presents with my dad on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas day is with my mom. So it was funny. I was actually talking to a coworker, and he was like, we were talking about like, oh, what do you think doing for Thanksgiving? And we have like the same story of like, oh, I spend this time with this person, this time with this person. It was really funny because it was like, oh, if you're the child of divorcees, this is how it goes. You decide who you're going to spend your time with, or it's divided.
See, it's really strange in my case because I am rarely surprised at Christmas, and it's always been like that my whole life because I remember, like, the only two people who have ever been really surprised for Christmas have been my brother and my dad. With me and my mom, we pretty much ran Christmas, and she would actually just say, like, oh, okay, write a list in, like, from the JCPenney catalog, write down the price and all the shit you want, and I would more than likely get it. So it wasn't like I was like hinting like, oh, I really want Banjo-Kazooie for the N64. And then like they would take notes and I write it. So whatever I wrote, I would get it. So like anything that is a surprise for Christmas, no matter what it is, I'm really like touched by it.
I agree. So like especially like as you get older, like you don't need like really anything. I mean, this year, even my parents would still ask for like, what do you want for Christmas? But like literally don't laugh when I tell you what was on my Christmas list. Okay. Yoga mat, a gift card to a shoe store to buy a pair of shoes for work, and a new workout outfit, like some leggings or a top, and custom orthotics, like inserts, so I don't ruin my knees when I'm standing and teaching.
Fuck, you're old.
I know. I feel so like this is what my life has become. My life has become asking for custom orthotics so I can take care of my feet and my knees. I'm 25. Fucking kill me.
Yeah, you're fucked, dude, for
just
life.
Just fucking kill me.
So I think I just need new teeth. I need new legs. I need a new ass. I need new everything. Not like cosmetically, but like my ass is too fucked up.
What's wrong with your ass? I haven't looked at it, to be honest.
I mean, it's not like visually. It's like, I don't know, the ass bone. I just need
your sits bones, like your pubic bone.
Yeah, like okay, like you know, like on a tire, like how sometimes like the screws to get the tire off are stripped.
Yeah,
imagine that with my ass. It needs some new screws.
The screws of your ass are stripped.
They're completely stripped. So even if you like used a drill, have
people been screwing your ass too much?
No, it's just wear and tear. You know, like the rain. You know,
the rain, yeah.
Cold, especially the cold.
Oh, the cold. Yes, the cold.
Fucking Illinois weather. You know, I just need a new ass. You know, I'll take some new balls while I'm at it too, like a couple. You know.
You know, yeah, I think every guy probably wants a new pair of balls. You know, to be fair though, all balls look horrible. So
yeah, I mean, I could use a new bag too for new carrying case.
Scrotum.
Yes, you know, just to kind of trade up. But I have to write it down to get it. You know, like if I wrote down,
if you asked your mom for a new scrotum, like where is she gonna get that?
You're like, Brent, look what Santa gave you. And I'm like trying to like
little
peek the corner like of the box, like oh my god, is this balls? And then like you know, like Christmas, I'm like, oh wow. Those are the balls that I wrote down.
Wait, is that literally what your reaction is on Christmas? Like, oh, there's the stuff I asked for.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, see, to me, like when people ask me, Brent, what do you want for Christmas? And I say, what the fuck? And I've heard people throughout my life say, Brent, you are almost impossible to shop for. And I want to fucking strangle them because I'm the easiest person to shop for. Yeah. Anything sentimental, I'm fine with. But a lot of people are like, what games do you want? What movies do you want? What do you like? Like the day that I played the White Elephant game, I don't know, like where you pass it around. Like there was some gifts, like there was like ramekins and there was like a mini vacuum cleaner and there was like a scraper for your car. And my gift was Schindler's List on Blu-ray with popcorn and candy.
Like you bought that?
Yeah.
For some, okay.
But here's the thing. It's not...
That's totally a Brent gift.
Yeah.
That's like you.
And I only got it because they didn't have Precious. So.
Oh my God, you're a horrible person. You got like the saddest fucking movies.
But like, why? It's not the movie. It's the fucking laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And like, if someone, like, I have gotten gifts over the years where it's just the laugh or I'm completely surprised, and I love all that shit. I love being surprised. I love the sentimental shit. And when someone's like, hey, Brent, what do you want? I'm like, can you get me, I'll take Forza Horizon 4 on Xbox One. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then they hand me a DVD shaped package. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, what's this? Forza Horizon 4 on the Xbox One. Yay. Thank you. I know that sounds shitty, but to me, like, I'm really... Like,
you want something to touch the heart. You don't want just another video game.
Yeah. Doug Walker is this guy. He's the nostalgia critic. And he's like, okay, like he had a Christmas special on his channel a few years ago. And I can't remember if it was part of an episode or an editorial or what. But actually, no, it was at the end of the episode. He went and talked about what Christmas means. And I've never agreed with something more than what he said. And he said the thing that really got to me was that Christmas is about the effort that you put into it. It has nothing to do with anything else about the consumerism or anything. It's about the effort that you put into by showing like somebody that you do care about them. And when you buy something for somebody, the care is there. For me, the effort of just like, okay, this is a very Brent thing, you know, like that really touches like my soul. Like when I see that shit, but, throughout my whole life, it's just been, you know, I just wanted more surprises, you know, and just like the effort, and they put the effort into like the money and like, hey, like you want that shit, get it. That's great. But you know, something where it's like, okay, Brent's like, this is a gift that would be for Brent's personality.
Like if I don't think this thing exists, so it's fine if I say it, but I feel like a gift that I would want to give you would be like a pass to like a film festival, or like a pass to like the Music Box Theater where you can go see a movie there once a month, or like
yeah. I'd take it. I would go there. I'd sit in silence with my little hoodie on. Yeah,
no, but like I agree though, because like I like, so again, because like I'm older and like I don't need things really except for customer orthotics because I'm an 88-year-old woman, but like it's very common that like my mom or dad will get me like something else or something like to accompany, like in addition to like the couple of things that I ask for, and they're like really nice, but like, or they're like really thoughtful, but I'm or like considerate, like socks or like a phone charger, or like they're practical things. They're nice. But I don't think that but like, it's like, oh, I didn't need this. Like literally, if you look over there, there's still presents from last year in that bag that I just haven't touched.
No shit.
That like I brought home that like are just there because I don't really need them. It's so, yeah. And then I feel bad because like what I will do is I will hold on to it for like a year and then I give it away to like Goodwill.
Yeah. I know it probably sounds shitty that we're like putting all the worth into Christmas just by the act of getting presents and shit.
Yeah, that's not what it's about.
No. I mean, like what I would really, really want for Christmas, I would like a women's, but I don't know, just to like the share day off.
Oh, you said a woman. I thought you said lemons, and I was like, what the fuck?
Lemons are badass, but I don't know, man. Women are really awesome. But
I like women too.
Okay, like to spend a very unstructured and unplanned day with a woman, like just to not like have like just to fucking lay there and then just watch something on TV, like, oh, what's this goofy shit? And then you see it, like, oh, that's fucking weird. You change the channel, you only get up to like move, to piss, to you get something to eat, and then you go back, then smell an armpit or two, and then you call it a night, and then that's it. Like, that would be like an ultimate Christmas gift. So if there's any female fans listening to the show and you are of age, send some armpits in the mail, like send it to our fan mail page, and that'd be a nice little Christmas present.
Yeah, Brent really wants to smell your armpits.
Yeah,
you fucking weirdo. We just lost the whole audience.
No, I think we probably got more people because
yeah, potentially,
because you know how hard it is to. It's not even a fetish.
No, it's not.
Like you say, like, I have a foot fetish, like that's popular. Like feet get more credit than fucking armpits.
Yeah, but no, you're a big armpit smeller.
Just that estrogen, man.
Yeah, dude.
I can't take it. But,
yeah, dude. I feel you on though that like that experience of like another person and being together, like that's what's really beautiful. Like my favorite Christmas of recent memory with a person was the last Christmas I spent with Cody. He had his own apartment and I spent the night with him from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, and he had a tree and we like exchanged gifts like in front of the tree, and I brought like cinnamon rolls and champagne and like berries for us to eat for breakfast, and like it was like really sweet and quiet and like just nice, and we like opened presents and like, you know, we're just really happy. And it wasn't, you know, it's similar like with family, like we have like a quiet morning where we like open presents and like enjoy each other's company, but like yeah, like the one bad thing about the holidays is that like it makes you very aware of like if you have a partner or not, because like oftentimes you're fielding like weird questions from like extended family. It also makes it really weird when the people like comment on like your body or like your size or like what you're eating and what you're not eating, or if you're eating enough. Like I find I get really uncomfortable around that. And so like I don't know, like the holidays do make me want a person, but I think I told this to you last year. It's called cuffing season because you want somebody when it's cold outside to like cuddle up with and like handcuff yourself to for a bit. But yeah, I don't know if but I know that like you need a nice lady and you deserve a nice lady. I think I'm out of the dating pool for a while until I figure my shit out.
So I'm thinking, you know, I have a good savings account. So I'll probably just buy some time, you know, and
buy a woman's time.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
What are you, Holden Caulfield?
What?
You ever read Catcher in the Rye?
No.
Okay, so Catcher in the Rye, 17-year-old boy goes to New York City because he gets kicked out of his prep school and his family lives in Manhattan, but he's like, I'm just going to chill in New York for a couple of days and burn some money and chill out because that's what I need. And you find out he's really depressed for like a myriad of reasons, but he is like trying to figure out his sexuality. So he orders, not that he's like gay, but like he's trying to figure out like, what does it mean to be masculine, to have sex and all this stuff. And so he orders a prostitute, but she is younger than he is, and he's scared of her. So he then like chickens out and he just talks to her instead of having sex with her. And she like is really like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you okay? Like, why are you acting like this? How old are you? Blah, blah, blah. And, but yeah, he just buys her time. So, but literally just talks to her. He can't do the deed with her. So then I called you Holden Caulfield because that's his name.
Yeah, pretty much. That's sounds cool.
You know, Brent, you can talk to me anytime. You don't need to buy a prostitute. We can talk. You don't have to buy somebody to talk to.
Yeah, but you can't like lay down and cuddle and shit.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. I love you and all, but I don't want to go that far. You'll get too attached. My armpits smell too good.
Friend zoned.
Friend zone. Ha ha.
It's like ever being a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to be nice here, Gabby.
I'm just a nice guy. I deserve a girl because I'm nice. I'm an involuntary celibate.
Shit. So you do smell good though, so you don't have to, I don't know, like if you have to be insecure around me, it's not because you smell bad. So.
Well, that's good because I haven't showered in about a week.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I showered
6 days ago.
No, 5.
So, yeah. But anyway, Martin Luther King Day is a good day to like cuddle up too, right?
Yes,
like
it's January.
This fucking guy did so much cool shit for us.
Babe.
Okay.
You'd be like, babe, he had a dream.
Okay, look. People get shit-faced and party and dressed up on fucking St. Patrick's Day. For what? To celebrate a stereotype?
Yes, truth.
To celebrate a fucking stereotype.
Well, technically the holiday in Ireland, they sit in church all day because it's the day that St. Patrick cast out all the snakes from Ireland.
Oh, fuck them. Like, I mean, I'm talking, like, but dude, imagine, like, if we actually celebrated Martin Luther King Day and got fucked up and we had fun. And you know something? know, we recited his speeches verbatim and like talked about, but like, and like, it's like through the camaraderie, like we're at, like people are in bars and they're drinking shit. And like, yeah, that fucking guy, he really, you know, did a lot of good shit. You know, I just gotta say, I love you, Reggie. And then Reggie's like, yeah, I love you too, man. Crazy white motherfucker. And then like, you know, like everyone's bonding and loving each other. And no, all we do is we just play the fucking old jazz music. And
well, it's because MLK Day celebrates MLK. And there's this seedy, racist, not even underbelly at this point, of America. And of course they don't want to celebrate him because they're fucking racist pig assholes.
But let's celebrate Martin Luther King Day again. Like, let's actually celebrate. Yeah, let's
celebrate.
Get fucked up.
I don't know if we should get fucked up, but I would appreciate a lot more bonding and unity.
Food? Like,
not in a sexual way. Oh, we could have food, yeah.
A Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah.
Like, we need like sweet potato pie. Like, why not a sweet potato pie on Martin Luther King Day?
Okay, you need to stop.
Oh, it just dawned on me.
Did you just get why? Yup.
Yeah, sweet potato pie is delicious. And it's a Christmas thing, that's why. Okay, you can't have it because it's like a month away from each other, so you can't have it like 3 weeks. Yeah, that's a bad idea. That's why you have grilled hamburgers and hot dogs on the 4th and not on Christmas.
Would you like to make another food suggestion? No, you won't.
Chips and dip? Onion dip?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Peach cobbler? Peach cobbler.
Easter. Let's talk about East. Let's just wrap up the fucking episode. Okay.
All right. So, everybody be safe on this day. If you're going to beat the shit out of somebody for a product, make sure that
Or just don't. Or just don't. Or just don't. Voice of reason. Or just don't.
But a $2 toaster is a $2 toaster.
Good night, everybody. I'm just kidding. But remember that the holidays are a time about loving and cherishing the people around you. It's not about food. It's not about stuff. It's about telling people that you love them and showing that you love them by spending time with them and hanging out with them and saying some nice words to them and maybe giving them a card.
Yeah, and like it's a nice little break from routine, even though there's a lot of severe anxiety and pressure to be put on these holidays, especially if you do not participate in them, nor like follow through with traditions. Not only that, but what about the people who just don't celebrate Christmas? What about people who celebrate Hanukkah and all that shit?
No, I agree. And like this is a problem I run in with my students at school, which it's a largely white population, and they forget that not every person celebrates Christmas, and that they get really hyped about it. Christmas movies and putting up their Christmas tree and like all their Christmas celebrations, but then we're kind of alienated, not talking about the people who don't celebrate Christmas. Like I do think that it's a nice, the fact that we get like a day off, like most everybody gets a day off is like kind of nice. But at the end of the day, this is really just a day to celebrate the people around you, no matter what. Celebrators of Christmas or not, gifts don't matter, food don't matter. The people around you who love you and you love in return matter.
Very well said. And with that being said, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, look us up on our website at coffeeandcatastrophe.com. We are on iTunes, Stitcher, CastBox. Please like us, support us, leave a comment, tell your friends about it. Hey, we're trying to, put as much content out there as we can on a weekly basis just for your listening pleasure. So in the meantime, have a nice break. Have a nice day off. If you work Black Friday on retail, I'm very sorry. And if you don't, have a nice day. Take care and be good to each other.
Bye, guys. Happy holidays.